Morning everyone, and welcome back to my channel. You'll see I'd got a little bit of a puffy eye this morning, but it's the way I was lying last night. This eye cream is still doing really well. Say hello, Jack. Yay. Right, so this morning
It looks like my head has been attached to your body.
Okay, so I'm feeling in a bit of a purple mood. I've got my purple headband. I'm into headbands at the moment. I've just bought a red one and a purple one, and I'm probably going to get some other colours as well, just to get the hair back off my face. And do you know what I've realised as well? That really helps with the pollen getting into my eyes, because I haven't got hair floating around. So anyway, I'm feeling in a bit of a purple mood today, and I have not had a chance yet to try out a palette that my sister bought me for my birthday. So hi Lucy. Now let me just show you. It is called the Gemstone Obsession palette, and here is what it looks like. Huda. My sister loves Huda. I love Huda. Now there's only one thing about this palette. I love it. I love it. I was so excited when I opened it. But there's no mattes in here. They're all shimmers. Now I've got another Huda palette, which is called Electric Obsessions, which has got some mattes in it. Let me just use that one to cover up the mirror. Although they're pretty bright. So I have no idea at this stage what I'm going to do with this look, but I'm going to figure something out as we go. So I'm just first of all going to put on my base. Now I'm getting more and more tan, so I'm going to be mixing my Too Dark foundation, which is Becca Aqualuminous foundation, which I bought in too dark a shade, with my one that is too light, which is Giorgio Armani Power Fabric foundation. Okay, and some Becca backlight priming filter, which came in the set with the foundation that was too dark. So I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm not going to put concealer on yet, because I want... This eye is starting to water a little bit, but it's okay, it's not stinging. So I'm just going to dab it every time it waters, and then I'll leave the concealer until the end. You can see that it's very puffy here, and that is because I slept in a sort of funny position. Now what I'm just going to do is just dab my eyes there to just take the surface shine off that's from that eye cream. And I'm going to be using Stormy Pink, which is a matte lilac MAC paint pot, on my lids, and that's going to hopefully keep my makeup in place. It's a primer, but it also has a colour in there to give me a nice matte wash of colour. I actually love wearing this on its own. It's just a really quick get me out the door look. And purple and lilac works good on most eye colours because it provides a contrast with your eye colour. Unless you are in the unlikely scenario that you have purple eyes. It provides a contrast. Particularly with brown and green, but with blue as well. Now I'm just going to blend that in with my Deluxe Crease Brush by Real Techniques. It's a really good one for blending in cream eyeshadows. It's quite densely packed and fluffy, and yeah, it just blends it really well, buffs it out really well. Okay. Excuse me, itchy nose again. Okay, so to this palette. So, I think I definitely want to use this lilac here on the lid because it will go nicely, and it's got a sort of... They're called Electric Obsessions. Let me just show you, because they've got us. They kind of reflect a kind of blue electric colour. So let me just show you this one here. Nice theory, Ali, but this is the Jouer Obsessions palette still. What am I like? Okay, and then there's a pink one as well. Decisions. You can get so many looks out of this. I think I'll go... I don't know whether to go with this one or this one in the middle, but I think I'll go with the lilac one in the at the front there, and I'm just going to tap that over that paint pot on my lid. And actually, you know what I'm going to do? I've just thought about it. There's another purple down here which looks very interesting, and it reflects lilac. I'm going to put the lilac in the middle, and then each side I'm going to put this purple here. So this one in the middle of the lid and this one on the outside. Let's try that. So I just dot that in the middle here. In this light it just looks white at the moment, but just hold off because it won't. Okay, and then in the inner and the outer corner I'm going to dot this darker shade of purple. And then what I do is I take the tip here and join them together at the top. I will go back in and blend all of this out in a little while. For some reason it wants to stick better in the inner corner than the outer corner. Or maybe it's just the light that I'm sitting in. So let's do that on the other side. That's better. Now, there's another one in the middle here. Let me just check this one out. That one. I might just dab a little bit of that over the top. Just to darken up that outer edge a little bit more. Because you can't pick up a palette like that and just use two shadows. Yeah, that kind of Don't worry, I will be bringing this all together with some blending in a while. Now, particularly as I've got that puffiness, I really don't want to be going over that bit with shimmer because it's just going to highlight it. So I'm going to switch palettes in a second. And then go in with a matte shade because these are all shimmers. Okay, now I know that's not blended in yet, but what I'm going to do, because I don't want to disturb it or move it too far up to the lid, is just go in like that for now. I'll blend it all together a bit more later. I just do it with my fingers, and then the other one. Good thing is you've got 5 fingers, so you can always go in with a clean finger. Okay, now I'm now going to switch to this Electric Obsessions palette because it's got some matte shades in it, which is what I want to put in the crease. Now, unfortunately, the purple one in here is also a bit shimmery. So I'm going to be brave and go for this. It goes with my top, although this is a pyjama top, by the way, guys. I'm going to be brave and I'm going to go in with this one, but very gently, and let's see what happens. You can always build up a bold shade. I can just see all those people saying about older people over 40, just cringing now. Do I care? I do not. This was me when I was young. I can adapt it. I tell you what, if you'd seen some of the eye makeup looks that I did when I was in my teens, I used to do rainbows and all sorts. It was the 80s. This is definitely a calmed down version of, I can assure you. Whoa, that's electric. Now you get to this point and think, whoa, but don't worry, just keep going with it because I am going to make this work. And I'm going to put in the inner corner, because I want to start hiding this hood, I'm going to go with this one, which is slightly more muted. Okay, and just with the same brush, because it's still got a bit of that other one, just to kind of hide the hood with a vibrant colour. Okay, now I'm going to be right back. I'm just going to get a more muted eyeshadow palette, which has got a shade that I can use to kind of do a transition with. Be right back. I'm back, and I've got one of my favourite palettes. And the reason it's one of my favourite palettes is because I made it myself. I collected all these shades over months. When I was saving money, I used the money to buy another shadow, and then I labelled it, and so these are all ones that I've picked. You know how you get a palette where there's always a couple of shades that you never use? I use every one of these. Now I'm going to go in with this shade, which is called Kid, which I love. Kid and Soft Brown are just so good for blending and into a transition shade and helping you to blend something away, because it just looks like the skin on my eyes, but it will help go from something that's very vivid in colour back to your eyes. So it would just help you to blend all that, all the sides, and I will clean up a bit at the sides, but I'm just going to use that there to blend it away. Let me just finish doing this eye and hopefully you'll see what I'm talking about. Can you see how that's helped to blend it, whereas there you've still got a line, because obviously you're going from pink to my skin colour, so it helps to provide that transition. And I've cleaned off this brush, but if there's still a bit of the shade on it, then that's fine, because I'm blending the two shades together anyway. Now, I may go in with a darker purple in the corner, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I've got my full eye look on to judge it, because actually you can't judge it until you've got your eyeliner, your mascara on and everything else, okay? So bear with me, okay? I will be right back. I'm just going to get a few other things. Okay, I'm going to use Charlotte Tilbury's Feline Flick, which is the one I always forget the name of. Okay, you know that saying, you might as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. Well, all those people that are saying, oh my God, she's over 40 and look at the colour she's putting on her eyes. I don't care. You see how in the middle that it kind of reflects blue, the lilac reflects a bit of the blue. So I'm just going to tight line using this blue. Because I'm feeling bold. Okay, and underneath I'm going to get something that's going to kind of calm it down a little bit. Okay, one second. Okay, so I'm going to use Barbarella Brown underneath and then smudge the two together.
Oh my God. Hey.
One second, sorry, just Jack opening a belated birthday present. So I'm just smudging this in so that the two things kind of blend together. She must have learned cooler from somebody as experienced as you, Gramps. Joey, you may be right. I was taught by someone more talented than a moto could ever be. His eye still wants to water. And I'm just going to dab it until it calms down. But the difference is it's not stinging anymore. Okay, now I'm going to put some mascara on. I'll be right back. Okay, I wanted to use that Bad Gal mascara that I used the other day, but I cannot find it because it's one of those little trial sizes. I've put it in a safe place and I can't find it. I'll probably find it after I finish doing this video because that's the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, I'll be right back because you don't need to see me putting mascara on. It's a bit like watching paint dry. See you in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to finish off with a little bit of shroom just in the top here to highlight my brows. And now that I've put on this eyeshadow and I've put on the mascara and I've put on the brows, I am going to, now looking at it, just put a bit more, a darker purple just in the corner. And then I will be right back, okay? And the other thing I've got to do is to put on my under eye concealer, because the great thing about this new eye cream and the way that my eyes are looking is that I nearly forgot. Okay, take care and I'll see you in a minute. Some Indian ink. This one. Some MAC Pro Longwear powder in the centre of my face. Now, one of the things when you put a purple eyeshadow on like this is it's a mistake to start matching it to the pink and putting pink, because it's just too much. So I'm going to use this very neutral Jouer palette, which has got a peachy, very neutral tint to it. So I will put that on. And the same with the lipstick as well. But if you go too nude on the lipstick, then it doesn't look even either. So you sort of have to find a healthy compromise. I've seen people put really nude lipsticks on and then they just look like they've got no lips because they've got these really bold eyes. But if I did really dark cerise as well, that might just be a bit too much. So I'm going to look for something and I will be right back once I've finished my lips. Okay? I need to make lunch for my little boy. So I will be right back after that with my lipstick on and the final look. See you soon. Bye-bye. So there's the final look. I used Luscious by Tom Ford because it's quite sheer, but it's still got a bit of colour in it. So it doesn't look really pale and nude to the point that it's going to make my eyes come forward and my lips go completely back. But it's not over the top like a big cerise colour either. So it's kind of a good mixture between the two. So I hope you like today's look. I'm keeping the headband on because I like it. And I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.